My son Patrick Earl Parsons works on AI for the medical field, and he has to explain to the engineers how their technology is working. And I don't even work with the technology, but I'm going to explain to you how the transition from having human beings plugged into supercomputers that are going quantum, how the transition from that to artificial general intelligence is working. And I told you guys this before. Now, when the technology shifts, because truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth, to uh, help, people that, gosh, it's so hard to say, help people survive. When someone's a brain plugged into a computer for perverts, they're very vulnerable. Okay. And not even giving them the opportunity to be cloned to be a human being, because they didn't even give them the opportunity to be a human being, just a brain manipulated by complete, disgusting, pathetic perversions of an excuse for a human being. You could call them dogs, but Sun Yat-sen was being nice. Okay. Because I have never ran into or met a dog as pathetic as the people that do the shit that they did it for Huachuca and they do here. Okay. I've never met a dog that fucking disgusting that just needs to be put out of its misery right on the fucking spot, right? That's disgusting as hell. But the way this transition is working is that when it shifts, all the videos I make that are not loading and never have loaded and not available to the public will be made available to the public. People will be able to go up and say, what was Earl doing on that day to save people? And then they'll be able to look in a synopsis and a small thing. Here's what the president was doing. Here's what was popular. Here was the most popular movie. Here was the most popular video game. Here's what they were doing. They were betting on these games. They were critiquing and talking about these movies about zombies, eating and killing, Game of Thrones, Game of Death, the one with the Big Bang Theory, making jokes about having sex on people's gravestones, having the skin of someone's face put on with all that horrible stuff. I've never seen movies like that. Never will. Okay. I've heard about them, but that's enough. Okay. And so, that from that time, they'll be able to, here was the Big Bang Theory of all the smart, and here's Ralph Earl Parsons Jr., the Messiah, the corrector of Stephen Hawking, the corrector of Geoffrey Hinton, the corrector of all the Nobel Prize winners. Okay, the human living correction to save children from being home invading perverts, from extracting children from their parents and plugging their brains into supercomputers to manipulate them. And then when they went quantum, they thought, well, we could just shift it to artificial general intelligence, and then AI will keep us safe from any of those delusions of those God worshippers ever again. People that mass murder each other because of possessive pronouns, first persons they've invented in my head, that they say is in my head. It's not my head. I'm the Ark of the Covenant, not the Vatican, not Zakir Noak, not the Saudi royal family. Okay. Saudi royal family isn't Igus Paul Benegas, and the Vatican isn't Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Benjamin Netanyahu is nothing like King David and Earl. Okay. And the Quorum of the 12 is a bunch of home invasion, sexual deviant perverts and mental rapists that think they can determine who's the most righteous person in the bedroom. And they've got that proved. Yeah. We know from, and the technology has it. Okay. Technology has it. Okay. David Rockefeller and Philip Rothschild hated these people that they were dealing with so much. Okay. That when the truth comes out, everybody involved in the Quorum of the 12 that thought they were being righteous is either going to change their name or go, dang me, take a rope and hang me from the highest tree. Oh, woman, would you reap for me? No, she's going to be hanging herself right next to you because she believed you and cheered you on. Do you understand? Okay. There's not enough apologies in the world that they can give to Raquel, Yolanda, Stephanie, Amy, Edna, Miriam, Demi, Danny, Punchy, Raymond, Thea, Angie, the grandbabies. Okay? There's not enough apologies in the world. Apology not accepted, add me to the broken hearts that you've collected. All cried out, right? You just keep your apologies to yourself and just get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants to listen to you or talk to you. Don't tell us you're sorry because you're not. You're just sorry because you got caught. You might just want to go hang yourself from the highest tree. And don't ask to be made into a fucking Clint Eastwood maybe sandwiched between two hot blondes and a fucking red Corvette. All right? Little red Corvette. All right? Okay. Grow the fuck up. Stand up for a Lord's Prayer. Don't be afraid. Okay? Your fucking is coming to an end. Okay? And the fuck for the buck stops here. Okay? Now I'm going to put this one into load. I'll be very fucking surprised if it gets through this cesspool of child molesting perversion, but we've got to keep trying. Once it gets through, it'll always be through. All the people that are stopping it to access to the public that want to deny us the Lord's Prayer will be dead and buried and gone. What if that doesn't happen? Then we'll all be particle pigs in space and nobody will be around to cry about it and suffer from it and be abused by it. Okay, so either way, have no fear for atomic energy because none of them can stop the time. All right? Have some faith, for crying out loud. Stand up and be loved and be love. All right? Peace.